sind hier bei Therapy Talk mit dem wunderbaren Eugene von Gogol Bordello und werden ihn jetzt beidseitig befragen. Hi Eugene, nice to have you here on our little therapy bench. So, we're going to take a little trip into the past. What did your parents say when they sort of found out that you're going to a musical direction?
My musical direction?
Yeah, like a professional musician, that you're going to earn your money with making music?
Well, it's not like they had any choice, you know. And they said probably, fuck yeah.
Could you describe the perfect off day when you don't have to work on stage or stay on stage?
It's not necessary for me. First of all, I don't view being on stage as work. Maybe traveling around that sometimes sounds and feels like work. But I really do not feel any kind of work vibe. In general, I'm against work as an idea, you know. It's just against being on a planet, actually. It's an idea like procreated and propagated by people, you know, by governments to keep people down. But work is absolutely unnecessary for human existence. What happens on stage is more of a like physical, definitely not mental, physical and kind of spiritual condition, you know. Music, that's what music is really all about. It's about being now. It's about being here.
I travel the world looking for lovers of the ultimate beauty, but never selling. I am a wanderlust king. I stay on the run.
Everybody says like the first woman in your life is a very special woman. Can you remember what your parents said when you came home with your first love?
Actually, that never happened because I was invited by girls into their, you know, dormitories, and I kind of like that kind of rock climbing into the windows kind of sport.
Wow.
And I was very popular with that, you know, like I came to girls' school with a guitar and, you know, I would stay with one girl and all other girls suddenly would come and borrow pencils and, you know, borrow different things that they don't need. That's kind of, I started thinking like, I'm gonna kind of like that kind of professional musician thing.
Yeah, it's always good to get girls, right?
I don't know, is it?
I mean, it's a scientific fact, no? Not only women, but guys too. Really, the reason why they get addicted to rock and roll or any other kind of music live, or alpinism, or race car driving, or sex, is really the reason all the same. Is getting addicted to a situation when the thought process seems to go away and you're kind of being in a realm of who you really actually are without your you know, thinking about yesterday. And that's why I didn't want to take a trip into yesterday, because I'm not a very nostalgic person. I have a great past. Do I need to revisit it? No. You know, I moved 3 times around in my life, like massively. I'm talking about from Ukraine to New York to Brazil. And I love it. And I dropped so much luggage and baggage off that I think that's one of the reasons why I remain to be so light and really, feeling really good on this planet.
Sounds good. So you have no old pictures or nothing?
I do, but I don't indulge in it. I don't feel the need to indulge in that. You know, and I think music, especially kind of music that we play, or any particularly real rock and roll music, I'm talking about like, you know, intense rock and roll music that's verges on, takes up your whole body and your whole being. That's what, you know, that's what people want. We're like guides for people into that condition. They come and see that to really experience freedom of being when there is no torment of the mind. I encountered this several times. If you talk to like real Chinese masters or Japanese masters of like Kung Fu or Qigong or Aikido, a lot of them love punk rock. Like the guy who was like 70 years old and he loves the Stooges and Gogol Bordello. Why is it? Because those guys live on a very high energetic level. And naturally, that's the kind of music they find, you know? I mean, that's normal for them to experience that kind of intense music and be like, yeah. How many European people who are past 70 years old can relate to that? None. Because they're already so down and worn out by that age. It's wrong.
But I mean, it's a
The
very...
lifestyle is wrong.
But isn't it out of a very luxurious position that you have? Because you're earning money with your music, but like for the normal people, they have a family. How are they gonna, finance it if they don't do their 9 to 5?
So you're talking about like I was 18 years old and they just gave me a bunch of money and said, here you go be a rock star. It's like, it's not how it was. I didn't see any money until like 3 years ago. Really? Yeah, and I'm 39. It's about what you really want to do. And nobody holds anybody gun to anybody's head to have a family when you're 21 years old, and what are you going to teach your kids when you're like 25? You don't know anything. What's the message you're going to pass on? Zero.
That's true. You were talking about this level thing. Is there another level you want to be coming up to or reaching? Because you sound like you're very happy what's happening now. Is there anything you're looking forward to?
It's always developing. But I learned not to plan anything really, because like 4 years ago I was living in New York and I thought that's the shit, that's like I was like pissed off that I was not born in New York and that I wasn't living there before and that I'm not all that. But then I met a girl and I went to Brazil and then I moved all my stuff to Brazil and then I fell in love with the rest of the country. And now I go to New York once in 3 months and that's plenty for me. Was I planning on that? No. But what needs to happen, will happen. It's just, you gotta trust in a kind of process of life, I think, a little more.
That's it from Therapy Talk with Eugene from Gogol Bordello. You're going to be performing in about half an hour.
Oh, yeah.
Have fun on stage.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Very spontaneous.
We'll see you in Brazil.
Oh yeah, come on down.